Good evening and thank you very much for joining us. Seniors Care is in the spotlight again. Hundreds of residents made their way to the Legacy Center last night to discuss the state of seniors care in the border city. A local group has been advocating for years to increase the number of beds in our region and to put a plan in place for the future. Kelsey Bloxham has the story.
The future of the older wings at the Dr. Cook is an ongoing issue for the community. While the demolition slated for next year has been on hold since March, many are frustrated with the fight.
We need more beds in Lloydminster for health care, particularly seniors care, assisted living, and there's also plenty of room for palliative care beds.
In Alberta, there are some 14,000 long-term care beds, a number steady for the past 20 years.
Alberta has been not investing in our seniors care, even though our population is growing and our seniors population is growing in particular. And that's going to lead to a crisis.
The situation in Lloydminster is similar. In 1995, cuts were made, and according to the Concerned Citizens Group, today there are fewer beds than there were 17 years ago. Multiple speakers took to the mic, all echoing the same message.
There hasn't been a definitive study that says that this building should be demolished.
With a little conversion, we could come out of there with at least 20 very nice beds, 20 very nice rooms for extended care patients, or perhaps a combination of assisted living and extended care.
The audience was encouraged to share their stories and challenge the government. MLA Richard Starkey sat and listened as people told their heart-wrenching stories.
There are situations where the healthcare system has failed people. Those are very, very difficult, incidents to hear.
Starkey says he will be bringing Alberta's health minister to tour the facility, but with the government heading into full session next week, there is no word on when that may happen. Kelsey Bloxham, Newcap News.
Lloydminster voters hit the polls in just over a week, deciding which 6 of the 16 candidates will represent the city for the next 4 years. But if you're unable to make the October 24th vote, you can have your say early with advanced polls set up at City Hall. You have 2 dates to choose from for advanced polling: tomorrow from 5 to 8 p.m. and Saturday from 11:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., both at City Hall.
Make sure you bring your identification. If you don't have your identification, we cannot allow you to vote. So it's very important.
Now, to vote, you must have a valid Alberta or Saskatchewan driver's license or any valid provincial ID card from a motor license issuer, along with one other valid government photo ID, which includes your name and address. If you don't have a second piece of photo ID, you must bring 2 pieces of ID that contain your name, one of which has your address, such as a utility bill or tax assessment notice. You must be 18 years or older to be eligible to vote, have lived in Lloydminster for the past 3 months, and been a resident in Alberta or Saskatchewan for the past 6. For all voting information, you can log on to the city's website, which is coming up right there on your screen. And if you want to learn more about your City Council candidates before casting your ballot, our full interviews with all 16 in the running are now posted on our Facebook page. You can watch them by logging on to our Facebook address right there on your screen. An anti-bullying movement is gaining speed across the country in wake of the tragic suicide of a BC teenage girl. And Lloyd Comp's Challenge Days couldn't have come at a better time. Challenge Days is a way for high school students to connect on a deeper level with their peers and share their life experiences. Elise Cox has more.
2, 1, celebration.
This moment will forever be remembered to these high school students as they celebrate each other's individuality and accept the person they truly are. In an effort to stop bullying and create more meaningful connections between students, Challenge Days gives them a chance to discover themselves and build self-esteem.
The way I explain Challenge Day is it's the one day of the year that you truly get to take off the mask you wear in society and be yourself and show people your feelings, show people who you are. It's just an amazing experience, and I think all teenagers should at least try it one time just so that they have that experience.
High school students sometimes feel that they're very alone, that there's nobody else that's experienced the things that they have experienced, that some of the emotions and the experiences they've had need to be kept secretive or quiet somehow. Challenge Day allows them a forum to be able to share those things about themselves and to recognize how other students may be in exactly the same spot as they are.
Challenge Days are run like a workshop. Icebreaker games start it all off, and then students are divided into smaller groups to start personal discussions.
They call it emptying your balloon, that we keep all of these things inside our personal balloons, and we need to let the air out of our balloon every once in a while, let all of those things out of ourselves that may be causing us stress or unhappiness or extra concerns.
Students volunteer to participate in Challenge Days, and only 100 can attend. And previous participants say the experience is like no other.
I really encourage people to come out to Challenge Day, though. Challenge Day is such an amazing experience. I mean, I went there for my grade 10 experience, not even knowing what I would go to see there, and I just met so many different people, so many amazing people, and I really got to see who people were.
Elise Cox, Newcap News.
Learning success today and leading success for tomorrow is the theme for Education Week at one local school. And Ecole Saint-Thomas is adding a bit of a twist to learning, literally. Will Cortez explains.
Right foot, orange dot.
The teachers decided to begin their week by hosting a big game of Twister, giving kids the opportunity to learn a few things a little unusual, but in an entertaining fashion.
Well, education's not just about math and science and language arts and French, it's all about phys ed and stuff as well. And it's about getting these kids physically active and just enjoying being active.
Education Week is full of different activities spread out during the week. This particular one got kids excited to just be a part of such a large game.
When we first announced it, we had lots of eager kids here. We had lots of smiles on their faces. They were ready to participate, ready to move, and activity is just totally engages them as learners.
Even though it may seem like just a fun game, there's a lot more to it than just kids getting some physical activity for their day.
Basically, they learn to have fun. They learn to interact with each other. In this particular game, they're learning to follow some directions. They're learning to listen to the instructions, and basically just learning how to get along with one another.
Education Week is happening all throughout the week at Ecole Saint-Thomas and will include numerous other events kids will be a part of, including a career day dress-up to end it on Friday. Will Cortez, Newcap News.